Good evening, my name is Shachar Peled, and this is another video in the series about evolution as the basis of faith. In the last chapter, we discussed the appearance of the sixth leap of evolution as the appearance of human civilization, the humanity being, a special, unique being that is comprised of many human beings who together create a culture that is the depository of consciousness, depository of a personality that unites all these human beings together. Now, and we spoke about the way in which humanity, all human civilizations, seek God. All human cultures have religion, and there is a seeking of God. Now, in the next chapter, we will begin speaking about revelation, about the second aspect of the sixth leap, and that is God revealing himself as a transcendent being in reality itself. Now, this is something very strange. It's obviously a leap in evolution, because up until now, God was hidden. He was only revealed by looking at reality and finding that there is a trend within the development of evolution. But there was no direct meeting with God. There was no direct confrontation. God did not reveal himself. Now, in the world, when we look at religions today, we see that there is a consensus among the three major religions on earth, which is Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, that God revealed himself to the Jewish people. Now, this is very strange. Why should this happen? This is very an unlikely event, and it's also very strange that there is such a consensus between these religions, which are basically opponents of each other. But something happened, and this revelation, has had a deep influence on the way that humanity has developed. And it is in fact the meeting of the multi-being, of the humanity being, with the Creator. And I will speak in this chapter of this original revelation that is mistakenly perceived of as a revelation to the Jews. Christianity made a big issue of this, saying that the revelation was not to the Jews, but to everyone else as well, and that Christianity, was the one who is explaining this to the world. But actually, Judaism itself already recognizes that the revelation of God on Mount Sinai was not a revelation just to the Jews. It was a revelation to the entire world. And it was particularly revealed to the Jews because they were assigned a role, an active role in the interaction, in the dialogue of humanity with the divine, while the rest of humanity were assigned a role that is less active. They were not required to be religious. They could be just directly in contact with God. They just had a few commandments, which we'll go into later, such as not to eat the flesh of animals without killing them, or such as setting up courts of law, not killing other people, very basic laws of behavior, of morality, but no more than that. Humanity in other aspects, all of humanity was completely left to its own creative abilities to create a better world, and the Jews were assigned the brunt of religiosity, of having to converse and to communicate with the God that had evolved the cosmos up to this point. So actually what we get here then is the sixth leap from its other end. We have the sixth leap from within, immanence, which becomes conscious. This immanence that has led to the development of man now takes a leap into civilization and becomes the humanity being that is conscious of itself and of divinity, of there being a divinity, and is seeking the divine. And on the other side, divinity appears at last and talks directly to man, is revealed. So the original revelation to mankind is on Mount Sinai, and this revelation has many implications that have not yet been worked out. As we shall see later on in the series, there is still a lot of developments that mankind has to go through until full fruition is achieved, i.e. until the humanity being comes to its full stature, to its full development. And that is in their interaction with God. Now, this revelation is problematic in one aspect, that it may threaten the individuality, the freedom of choice. So it has been couched in such terms, and it appears in the world in such a way that allows the freedom of choice, the choice of how to develop and how to seek God, and the balance of one nation, the balance between the Jewish nation and the rest of the nations of the world is the crucible, the creation chamber of the new interaction between the cosmos and its maker, because God is revealing himself to the world via the Jewish nation, because the Jewish nation is to serve as a kind of model humanity being for all of humanity, while the rest of humanity will be able to go about its development in the greatest freedom. The Jewish revelation, the revelation to the Jewish people, in fact, frees humanity from the fetters of religion, of religiosity, while it imposes a great deal of chores, tasks, commandments on the Jewish people. It liberates the rest of humanity from religiosity, whether it be the religiosity involved in idolatry, which always in all civilizations becomes a great burden of appeasing the gods, of doing the proper rituals to appease the gods, and thus enslaving human freedom in a mire of fears and compulsive actions that we know so well from the history of religions. And this is ripped away by the revelation on Mount Sinai, because humanity is thus liberated and must only must only keep very few commandments to be in a healthy relationship with the divine, with the revealed God. All of these chores, they are now cast upon the Jewish people, who are ordered as a nation, not as individuals, but as a multi-being, as a humanity being, to conduct the dialogue with God, with the revealed God, as a messenger and as the representative of all of humanity. So, in fact, there is differentiation within the nations now, within the various nations, in such a way that all nations have been liberated from oppressive religion, while the Jews have been given a religion that is a lot more than a religion, that is in fact an interfaith with the divine on behalf of the entire world.